Hello, if anybody is watching, I'm testing out my StreamYard. As you know, last week I had some problems and the StreamYard did not want to work properly. And so now I'm testing it on my father's desktop. And so far, so good. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. I'm testing out my StreamYard to make sure I'm able to do a show next week. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Internet. Hi, Josiane. Wow. You guys got my notification. That's funny. I'm testing out my StreamYard, trying to see if it's working right now. Uh, Sound is great. Oh, good, good, good. I mean, I've got the virtual on right now, and I see I've got a little bit of internet, more than I had on the other PC. I'm going to have to get another computer, which is unfortunate because, as you know, those are expensive. And the last one I had is only like a year and a half old and it fell apart. And as you could tell, recently it hasn't even been working for the live stream. So I'm in a pickle right now. I went to Best Buy and looked at some iMacs because I'm thinking about changing over to a Mac. Do any of y'all have a Mac computer? Hi, Blessed to Crochet. Linda. Well, if any of y'all have a Mac, I know Jeremy does, I know Bill does. In fact, Bill, oddly enough, did a video today about his changing over to a Mac computer and having to change his editing. And I'll have to do the same because I've been editing in Windows Movie Maker forever. And it's because I know how to use it. I've been using it for years and probably doesn't have anything fancy to it, but it works, so that's good. um, the Mac is about $1,299, and I don't even think it's like a top line any kind of special Mac. It's a all-in-one, so it's got the big old screen, which Dad's PC, it has a big Dell screen, and I'm not used to seeing myself this big, okay? Keep looking at it going, oh my God. Anyway, Blessed to Crochet says, I'm doing a live until I first with our other channel. I'll send that over to Eddie so I could tell everybody about it on Tuesday. Yeah, that would be good. If anybody's doing a live, you should tell Eddie. Actually, what he wants is a thumbnail. So if you have a thumbnail, then send that to him because he keeps track of it that way. Um, he keeps track of a lot of lives. So thank you guys for coming in to help me test this out. I'm not moving slow anymore. I don't think that I am buffering. Am I buffering at all or freezing at all? Look, I'll start moving from side to side. Hi, Bill. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Bill. I was just talking to you. I talked you up. Bill, I'm thinking about getting an iMac. My computer, this is my dad's PC, and my computer is what was giving me the problem. I hooked up the Ethernet to it and everything. It still was not getting a signal. So that's why I was buffering. Now I'm on my dad's desktop, but today I went and looked at an iMac computer. I'm not used to looking at the camera over here, you guys. So sorry if I keep drifting off this way. So today, Bill, I went to Best Buy and I looked at an iMac, the all-in-one, and it was so funny because just before I went there, I saw where you had done a live. How did I not get that notification? But you had done a live on, you having to change your editing from to iMovie, and I think I've used iMovie before on my phone. I haven't really used it on a computer yet. I have an iPhone, so I'm gonna have to make the big jump probably from a PC. What do you think, Bill? Should I go on and get the iMac? I know you just got one, I think, or something happened where you had to change your editing tool. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm getting a much better signal. Well, not much better, but better signal on this PC, which is an old PC. This is an old desktop. And I'm getting a better signal than I was getting on my Lenovo that's only a year and a half old. And the hinge broke on it. It's just not working. I really regret buying that Lenovo. So it was out of warranty, of course, when that happened. And I think I was looking online and people were talking about that it's it's a common problem with laptops. I didn't know that. I've never had a hinge break, where you open it up and the hinge on the bottom breaks. I've never had that before. It's being held together by a spring clip right now. It's sad, but that is the workaround that I read. It says you can always put a spring clip on it. So there, Bill says, I love my Mac. I went back to Filmora. LOL, I had a Lenovo also. Glad I switched. Dude, I'm never doing that again. So that totally turned me against PCs. It's bad enough that I got an Apple phone and a regular Windows PC. And of course, I couldn't do all the fun stuff, that you guys do in there. But that doesn't even matter. The thing is, I needed to be able to be on a good speed, and I need to be able to see an internet connection. It was driving me crazy seeing that little dot, knowing that you guys were getting buffering and everything. So there you go. So how are y'all doing today? It's Sunday. I don't normally come in on Sunday. So I had a feeling, though, as Bill says, you cannot come in with this community and expect nobody to show up. He did say that. He told a story on one of his videos about how he came on in the middle of the night and somebody showed up. Oh, Selling Cook George, hi. Do you have a live today, Selling Cook? I love his live. Do you have a live? Another weird thing, Bill, since I changed over to my dad's computer, when I'm a moderator and one of my friends live, she just had a live a little while ago. I didn't come on until she finished, but she just had a live. And I lost my moderator. I mean, it shows me as being blue and everything, but when I go to click on it, nothing comes up. You know how it usually says, go to the channel, do this, do that. You can do all these things. I can't click on the blue now. And I'm in Chrome. I don't know if that makes any difference. But that was very upsetting. I couldn't moderate for her. And she had a troll that came in, and the troll was saying some stuff about his manlyhood. I'll just say that, okay? And I was sitting there thinking, well, I hope somebody fixes this because I cannot click on, for some reason, now I'm in this browser, it won't let me click on my wrenches, So no, thanks for asking. Next live Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern from the boat. Okay, I'll be there. Selling Cook George. He's a cook. But he has a live that's pretty lively. So Bill says probably just reboot the computer. Yeah, I've already done that. But you know what? I have a feeling that it does have to do with temporary files or something, because my dad never ever cleared his files for obvious reasons. He didn't know how to do it. So now I'm kind of wondering if I just need to go in and delete some files. But yeah, so strange. So now when I take the mouse and I go over the blue wrench, nothing. It just shows I'm going over the blue wrench, the regular mouse thing. It won't let me click on it or anything. So I've never seen that happen before. You guys. Hi, Adventures with Uncle Dave. How you doing? Mushy. Okay, Dave. Do you know why they call me Mushy? Because during my 3 months of misery, I think I did cry a couple times, but I should have came on live. Okay. Let me tell you what happened, Dave, because you weren't here. In February, my husband's mother died, and then in March, my father died, and I'm the only one left in my family. Um, and then, if that wasn't bad enough, in April, my husband's father died. We had three parents die February, March, and April. So I came on like a dummy. I mean, on one hand, it was making me feel better to see everybody in the morning. It got me to stop thinking about how miserable I was. I couldn't talk to my husband because he lost two parents. I mean, I lost one, he lost two. My mother died many years ago. So I couldn't really talk to him about it because he didn't want to talk about it. And I get that, okay? You know, his parents live far away. His mother was in New York, his father was in Puerto Rico. My father was right here 5 minutes away, and I took care of him every day and talked to him every day. So without having him to talk to in the morning and just really being miserable, I decided that I was going to go on and go back to going. I was online before that 5 days a week, just like I am now. And I decided I was going to go back. Well, unfortunately, I had a very mushy experience because I was just feeling, I was in my feelings, but I was trying to get out of my feelings. I didn't want to feel sad, you know, and I missed my dad. I just didn't want to feel sad. So I tried to come back on. And then every once in a while, tears would come out of my eyes. You know, it was bad. Tears would come out of my eyes. And that's how I got the nickname Mushy, but I'm not normally mushy. This is my normal personality. I'm normally smiley. So now that doesn't even make sense, but it's like, so I thought I better tell you the story so you kind of know that Ron gave me that nickname Mushy when I was mushy because I was, you know, really sad. Um, so now when I see Mushy, I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, I know he says he does it in love. I said I have mixed feelings about it because it reminds me that I was sad, but I was trying to cover it up. So there you go. But the good news, this community really helped me get through something that I could not have gotten through because I couldn't talk to there was nobody for me to talk to. It's like I couldn't talk to Jorge about it, my husband, and then um, my closest friend lives in Springfield and she's had to work a whole bunch. So I didn't have her to talk to, and my dad is the person I normally talk to. So I was just like, okay. So the good news is I came on live. Everybody made me laugh. You know, they're silly. And I decided that I could take a little teasing. You know, Cheryl takes teasing every day, bless her heart, and she's had a stroke. I don't know how she deals with taking teasing like she does. But I will not mess with Cheryl because Cheryl's strong and she had a stroke. A lot of people don't realize that. So I mean, when she says she can't remember stuff, she really can't remember stuff. So sometimes things just come out when you're on live stream. People can see all your feelings, and if you get in your feelings, they can see that too. And Bill, I know you know what I'm talking about because Bill was really in his feelings for a while there. Uh, I understand too because before they even announced the VIFP problem or destruction, we'll just call it destruction because call it what it is. I mean, we went from being very important, fun people to being nobody getting rewards. So we'll just call it destruction. They destroyed that. And before they even did that, Bill was talking about on his live that he was really disappointed with Carnival because they were not keeping up with everybody else. Um, and I get that too because um, there's nothing worse than being loyal to a program that you feel like it's not meeting your expectations. Yeah, that so he was already going through the emotions about that. Man, I felt bad for him because I really have no loyalty level in Carnival. Even though I have cruised on many Carnival ships, but oddly enough, Carnival can't remember. They said my old ships from like the fantasy back in 1994 or 5, whatever it was. It was way back then. They said they don't have any record of all that. So all those cruises I took back then don't count. And I guess now it don't matter. So there you go. In 2012, right around the time of the poop cruise, I decided to switch over to another cruise line. Not because I was worried about the poop cruise or anything. The poop cruise. But because they were, I was cruising on Royal, and they were beginning to talk about their different loyalty levels and stuff. They kept sending me information. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try and, build this loyalty. At least they're keeping track of all of my cruises, Anyway, Dave said, I lost my wife, the mother of my kids, in September. Oh, baby, that's rough. And I lost my dad in October. No need to explain yourself. It is very hard. Mourning people, you can't get away from the memories, and when you see stuff, I would see his stuff. I'm the only one left, so I had to go through his stuff. Then, you guys, if that wasn't bad enough, a tornado came to our town, Jeffersontown, and took out the top half of his condo. So I had to go over there like every day, and it was a giant tree that fell and took out like 2 of the condos, his and the one next to it, a little bit of that one. And so that just made it worse. But then it became a distraction. There was so much that was going on with the tornado destruction that I didn't have time to think about all the stuff that Dad had. I just had to put it all in a room downstairs and close the door because I just couldn't look at it. And, so there you go. And so, yeah, I get it. I totally get it, Dave. And, I always tell my husband that I hope that I go before him because I couldn't deal with that. Losing a spouse is really hard unless you're trying to lose them. Then it seems like it's really hard trying to lose them. I've been married before. So I can talk about that joke. But yeah, when you're trying to lose a spouse, then it's a different situation. Although that's a lot of stress too. Divorce is a lot of stress. I can speak for that. Both my husband and I have had previous marriage, and we both know that after a divorce, that's rough too. So anyway, so you guys, thank you for coming in. I'm so screwed up. I don't know which mouse I'm supposed to be using. I better change over to this other mouse. Those of y'all didn't hear the beginning. I even tried to put the Ethernet connection, like I told you guys I was going to do during the week. I changed it to an Ethernet connection so the internet would not drop me, and it still did not work properly. So it was still showing as having like one dot on the little beaker thing on the StreamYard. So I was like, okay, it's obviously the computer. So I started using my dad's computer, and it's got as you can tell, at least I'm not buffering. You can hear me, you can see me. It's an older computer. It was older than the crappy Lenovo that I was using. Never again. So now, Dave, I'm thinking about buying an iMac, okay? And the iMac is expensive, but I hear they last for a long time. And Bill was just saying he loves his iMac. Yes, I love Cheryl. So same way, Cheryl is a beautiful soul. I love Cheryl. She's, I feel very protective about her. When the guys start teasing her and stuff, I get really protective. Blessing through connections. As my aunt was diagnosed with cancer in December 23rd, our YT community came together to help pay for her flight to come see us one last time. She passed in March 25. We became a family. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, the community here saw me going through all the changes from the day my dad went into the hospital to when he passed, which He went in February 24th or 26th, something like that. He passed on March 18th. And when he first went in, he got sick a year, exactly a year from when his wife died, my stepmother. She died the year before on February 24th. And he got sick on February 24th. And he kept telling me he was dying, but I was like, you look fine. How could you be dying? And then I took him to the hospital and they said that something was wrong, but they thought he was okay now. And then he went to a physical therapy place because he thought that he was going to be able to walk better and all this other stuff. But meanwhile, didn't know that he had a sepsis or he had an infection that was growing and taking over his body. So it quickly took over his organs and everything, and then he died of kidney failure in the hospital. So, he was 86 though. He lived a good life. He really did. He did a lot of stuff that people will never get to do. He was a good man. He was a life military. He commanded mass units and stuff like that. He did a lot of stuff. He had a basketball scholarship to Kentucky State, and he also became an officer after going in as an enlisted person. And then he became really popular when he became a mass unit commander. I don't know. When we were in the Philippines at that time, and he was going to Korea and places like that, and Guam and Thailand and stuff like that with his mass unit. So I'm not going to get mushy because I'm doing better. As you might have noticed, I'm in a pretty good mood most of the time. And, I know that he doesn't have to worry about pain, or he can walk now. He could walk before, but now he doesn't have to worry about all that stuff. And I'm happy for him and sad for me. And, like I said on the last one, my brother died at 18. My mother died at 60. So I thought I was going to die at 60 because my mother died at 60. So I'm older than 60. So I'm glad to be able to be here today. And I feel good about my health right now. It's doing better than it has in many years. So there you go. There's the mushiness all gone. Yeah. 6/29, 2025 at 9:00. Done. Anyway, so everybody, thank you for coming in and helping me to test this out. Wanted to make sure that it could work for y'all next week. I felt so bad about last week, but Bill told me that too. He says at some point you're going to have to worry about your live stream because either the internet's going to go out or your computer's going to fail, and that's just life. It's technically you can, your own tech team, when you're on live stream, and a lot of you have live stream, you know what I'm talking, you are the tech team. Something breaks, you got to figure it out. And so I figure as long as it all doesn't happen at one time, I'm okay. Each time I learn something new when something happens, I've learned that you can refresh StreamYard and come right back. like nothing ever happened. I can't figure that one out to save my life. But you can refresh. If you hit refresh on your browser because it's acting crazy, it will come right back. Okay, David said, have you restarted your modem? I've done that 1,000 times since we... I've done it so many times that my husband is getting to the point where he's like, let me finish watching this. Yeah, we have done this. I do it once a month to reset and download its new software. I know it's a good idea to always refresh your modem because you gotta, they changed the software and stuff. You gotta make sure you're on the current. Hi, Dark Theme. Hi, I hope you. I hope I'm just in here testing out, making sure that next week I'll be able to go on and talk to you guys. Gotta go. Sailing Cook George, welcome. Bye. He left. I love selling Cook George. Uh, Thank you guys for coming in and helping me test. What are we testing? Weren't you there? Did you not see me crash and burn last week? I mean, literally, I came out one time. It was just like, I don't know. The internet, as you might have noticed lately, the internet is a little tricky. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but my computer is what was really messing up things, Scotty. So it might be your computer that's doing it too. I'm going to get an iMac. I know it's going to cost a small fortune. I may have to give up a cruise. Oh no, not a cruise. I may have to give up a cruise, but I'm going to have to get a new computer. Linda says, looks good. Was nice to see you today. Nice to see you. Sorry, y'all, that I had to go into that long explanation. Hi, Liz. Kendi K. Hi, girl. Hey there. I'm in here testing, proving that this community comes in when you least expect it. Anyway, what's happening? Yeah, I'm testing out my StreamYard. I'm getting ready to get back off. I just wanted to make sure that it was fixed before tomorrow, because tomorrow, as you know, is Monday through Friday again. So I want to make sure that I'm not buffering, that you guys can hear on this not new computer, but different computer. Dave says, oh, Lord, you got Scotty J and Liz in here. You're not leaving now. Oh, yes, I am. What? Sorry, I remember. Just didn't know if we got a new computer. I'm going to get an iMac, Scotty J. I saw one, fell in love with it today. And I was thinking, I've been putting off getting this Mac computer for 10, 15 years. I don't even know. I've been looking at them for a long time. So I'm going to probably break down and get one. Hi, Rick. How you doing? I think it's about time for me to change over. It's all good. We all have gone through stuff that leaves us mushy. Thank you, dear. Hey, Travel Cake Trips. Wait, we're in here now. Yeah, is somebody on during this time? Look, that was another thing I could not remember. Is somebody on Sunday night? Is there anybody doing a live? What the heck, CCA? We're chasing each other. LOL. That's funny. We love you, Vicky. You're awesome. Thank you, Liz. I feel the love. I really do. I feel the love. Don't go. Were you guys on Saturday Night Live last night? That's what I call it, Saturday Night Live. They call it Usual Suspects or whatever. I call it Saturday Night Live because sometimes it was rated R last night as usual, but I went to bed and I dreamed about it. I dreamed I was still in the freaking live. I mean, that's bad. I mean, I know it was late and all, but I did dream that I was in the live, and I thought, that's not good. Linda, I was talking about memories of my kids one day during a live, and out of nowhere, the waterfall started, so I get it. Oh, it can happen. I'm not normally very emotional. See, that most of the community doesn't know that, because when I started my lives was right before all that happened. And then 3 months of misery trying to hide how I felt, but I'm normally very, cheery, upbeat, extroverted. I'm not normally mushy. So to get the nickname Mushy, I just sort of laughed about it. I was like, okay, so what happens when I go back to normal again? And people will be going, now, why do they call her Mushy? She's anything but mushy. But yeah, whoop, whoop. Oh, for a little while. Okay, well, if you guys want to talk for a minute, we can talk for a minute. What have y'all been doing today? How is your weekend? I think I stopped by last night. Yeah, it was it was fun, wasn't it, Dave? 800 channels live last night. I know. It was hard to keep up. I didn't realize until I was getting ready to go to bed that Bill also had a live on. I'm like, okay, what's going on? So There were so many people in my live that we were in Saturday Night Live. I was not able to share my stream or anything. And I had told all these people to come to the stream that never showed up. Ah, last night was hat night. Yeah, we wore a bunch of hats last night. And it was a good time. It's always a good time. We always have a good time. We had all my notifications beeping yesterday. LOL. Yeah. I know we got notifications on for everybody. And then at the last minute, you realize, I'm supposed to be on a live in a few minutes. Travel Cake Trips, we may need to think of a new nickname for you, Vicky. How about Foodie? That is my nickname. That is my nickname. This is what's so funny about this situation. I was like, I got a new nickname, and my channel name is my nickname. How does that work? It was a great time till Scotty fell asleep sitting. Dude fell asleep. I was like, are you okay, Scotty? Oh man. Anyway, he was asleep with his eyes open. Vicky, just love you. You are so authentic. That's a nice way of putting it, Liz. Thank you. It's such a wonderful human. Can't wait to meet you in person. Oh, that's so sweet. But girl, be careful what you wish for. I am a silly person. I mean, really. My husband and I, as you might have noticed, are opposites. He's not shy, first of all, but he's very quiet. So, you guys, at first he's very quiet. After you get to know him, you'll be like, damn, why did we think he was quiet? Mushy food. Mushy food. Yeah, Foodie is my nickname. So that was funny. I mean, LL, Foodie says, Vicky, yes, it does. The food, it really does affect my life. Carnival, if you would be able to keep up, you may have broken the Guinness Book of World Records. Oh gosh, Carnival. I'm in my feelings a little bit about that too, because it's like a divorce. In fact, I was going to talk about that on a live about my customer. One of my clients, my travel client, said to me she wants a divorce. And I was like, wait a minute, we hardly know each other. But she was talking about VIFP. So I spent all day yesterday when I wasn't on lives looking for her and her husband a new cruise nearby, probably because they cruise out of New Orleans, nearby, so that she would be able to cruise still without having to think about being a VIFP member. And I was like, oh, last night, Denise on the live said that Mariner of the Seas is going to be in New Orleans next year in November. I've already checked it out, y'all. I'm going to have to book a cruise. Of all things, knowing how many thousands of group cruises we have in 2026, I'm going to have to book a cruise on the Mariner of the Seas if it's going to be that close, because I love that ship. It is a medium-sized ship. It has playmakers on it. It has slides. My husband will be happy. I get free drinks. I'm a diamond, and it's driving distance away. I gotta go, y'all. So that made me happy. I was like, Denise, wow, that's good information. So I'm going to book that if anybody wants to go. I haven't decided what day in November. I think the first one is the 4th of November, 7th of November. I don't know. I'll keep y'all posted. So people in the New Orleans area next year might be able to go too. So that would be kind of cool. You should do a 5 p.m. Sunday. The people do that I usually watch is Bash Carnival every Sunday. It's gotten old. Travel. Not that we don't have sympathy, y'all. It's just, I mean, gosh, I can't believe they did that. I can't believe it. Everybody keeps saying Well, you know, Royal's going to do the same thing. I'm like, Royal has never, and I repeat, never followed in the path of Carnival. They don't do the same stuff. If that happened, I would be really shocked. Okay, that would be a biggie for me. So my dog's trying to get in. Yeah, giggly Vicky. Yeah, that's true. But Foodie works. Okay, that is my nickname. I believe we call the stream done around 2 a.m. Oh, really? It was 2 a.m. OMG. We go live Sunday 5 p.m. And you know what? I cannot, to save my life, remember that. I always think that you guys are like live early in the day. And then I go looking and I'm like, I think Carnival Cruise Addicts is on during this thing. And then later, like now, I see that you guys already had your live. So that explains it. I'm going to write it down because for some reason, and I'm going to write it on my calendar, Liz. So this time I will catch a live for you guys. Shoot, we're going to be in July, y'all. It's July. Oh my gosh. 5 p.m. Liz live. Yeah. Yeah. Sunday's hard for me anyway because people tend to show up at my house on Sunday. I am Big Mama now in the family. Okay. So, you know, if I'm cooking something, they show up. Let me put it that way. If I'm not cooking anything, my daughter, my middle daughter came today to my house. So I guess some people will show up. Webby? Oh, Webster. I was going to say that's not me. That's not going to be my nickname. I'm not a Webster for real. I am a nerd, oddly enough. I do fit into the nerd category of things. I obviously not PCs, not real familiar with PCs anymore, but I did program and I programmed hard C. That's why I call it ANSI C. I programmed in C before it became Visual, okay? Visual Basic and Visual C and all that stuff. I was before all that. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I'll switch over my Sundays. That other couple has just become annoying and ridiculous. They are travel agents, and I guess they are like alienating potential clients. Yeah, because honestly, you guys, there are going to be some carnival people like my son, for instance. My son, like, he loves carnival, but he cruises on anything. But for him, rewards are like, oh yeah, if I can get some rewards and some points and this, he's excited about that. So I think some of the younger generation in their 30s, maybe, or 20s, they're going to be excited about getting rewards. The people that are older and have got legacy, not so much. And I have a feeling that a lot of them, hi Yada, a lot of them are going to hold a grudge, rightly so. Oh my God, no pants profit. Him and Scott are on World America right now, and No Pants has been posting shorts. And the shorts have been really, really not sarcastic, not belligerent, maybe a little belligerent. Like, for instance, he's on MSC World America, so he's showing, and you got to admit that's deep that somebody is getting revenge on a cruise line. But No Pants is posting shorts about how MSC is for very important, fun people and showing their different activities and why they're so much fun. So if you really want to get a kick, travel, look at that. That's going to crack you up because they're really short, but it's like, it's like he's taking a knife and just like running it through. I'm like, dude. Oh, he is really, his name is Richard, right? He is really fast. Okay. Yes, Coker, it is. Using this to help people connect with each other even more. Yeah, she's got this connection now, blessing through connection. Okay. That's pretty cool. TCT, for your show tomorrow, Vicki, there is a vaccine requirement for the measles for anyone going to Honduras. There should be a vaccine requirement here for anybody who hasn't gotten the vaccine for measles yet. Okay, Roatan is in Honduras. Yes. I'm not a news person. I can barely keep up with my news in my family. So that's Eddie's thing. And I try not to do a topic. The reason I try not to do a topic on my show is because, one, it's a connect and grow. I'm spending most of the time trying to get people to type hashtag GROW, okay? It's a connect and grow chat, one. Two, it's supposed to be keeping track of the group cruises. Well, I haven't even been doing a good job of that lately because, been too worried about my connection. But so I always want to have a topic. I always want to talk about something, but we never get to that. So we just barely finish the whole chat by the end. One day I looked up, there was 41 people in there. And I looked up and I thought, don't know if we're going to finish today. We did somehow. As soon as I said that, 6 of them left. I was like, there's 41 people in here. Coker, trying to get our first 100 for about 17. We're about a 17 way. Type hashtag GROW so everybody can connect with your channel. Blessing. That's the fastest way to do it. I picked Monday night at 8 p.m. because I don't think anyone else is broadcasting Monday nights. Ron is broadcasting Monday at, I want to say 7. Is it 8 p.m. Central Time that you're broadcasting, Rick? I don't know, but Ron is broadcasting on Monday nights. Only the last Monday of the month, though. So you only have to worry about one Monday. Now, who is Mary? Mary. Is that Mary? Is she Mary from Blessing? Blessing, what is your name? I've been calling you Blessing for so long. Hey, Yoda. Okay. And Travel Cake Chips. Oh, I didn't know that Carnival Cruise Addicts will have to look for you. We'll have to look for you all next Sunday. We will check our notifications. 5 p.m. Okay. We will be there. I had visions of Eddie in a Rasta wig. That was not a vision. He may have thought he was a vision. I told him he looked like Chong and Cheech and Chong. He had on a hat that had the hair. It was hilarious. He said, I used to have hair down to my hips when I was younger. And I was sitting there thinking, can't visualize that. Although, like I said, he looked like Cheech and Chong with that wig on. So there you go. Bless Coker. We will be doing our second live on July 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern. July 1st. What day is that? Is that it's Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern? More connection. Okay. Coker. Okay, just put hashtag grow and show your link if you haven't done already. Or you can do it again. It really doesn't matter. Just type hashtag grow. Hey, Cruz. And they'll be able to go to your link and connect and turn on the notifications because we have been taught the proper way to do this. We will watch your video. We will hit the thumbs up and we will comment that we are there doing that. I do that every time I connect with somebody. One more. Okay. Sea Lake Journeys at 6 p.m. And what night is that? Is that Monday? Okay. Y'all are messing with my head. I mean more, not more. Okay. I got you. Okay. Well, you guys, what time is it? 9:30. I may have to go in and get off here. I got to get ready for tomorrow because I got to get up early tomorrow. I have a lab at like 7:30 in the morning or something crazy. I never get up at 7:30, y'all. And I got to be there at 7:30. I never get up early. No. So, you guys know that about me. I'll do my best to remember that, Mary. Okay, Mary. That's your name, Mary. How did I not know that? I'm on two of your channels. Rewards are cool. The loyalty sucks. The loyalty is gone, so that's probably a good thing. I mean, that it's good. Rewards are cool. Yeah. But a lot of people feel like they got robbed, because they were told that it was a lifetime loyalty program. Or I don't remember anybody saying that, honestly. I don't. I really don't. But some people just feel like they've been robbed. Especially, I guess, if you have diamond. I mean, it really don't make any difference for us peons, as Bill would call us. These peons, ew, he's it really doesn't matter for us. But for people that have diamonds, I imagine that's a lot to lose at one time. Uh, mm. Richard, no pants profit is off the rails. I do love No Pants though, because he's just so different. But yeah, he is taking this in a very strange way. It's like he is going to take the knife and turn it. Travel yes says, I was on a ship with no pants. He is a piece of work. Well, he's on the World America right now, Travel. So you need to go over there and check it out because it's been hilarious. Oh my God. Uh, Scott, though, they did a testing of drinks. Did y'all see that one yet? Yeah, they posted that. And Scott is having his life right now. Okay. He is so happy. He had this freshly made strawberry daiquiri with the strawberries, I guess. I don't know, but you could see the bliss on his face. He was so blissed out. I'm thinking Scott will never be the same again after this cruise. Uh, there you go, Vicky. Hashtag growth. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Oh, no pants, no filters. For real. Oh, he's funny. Carnival Cruise Addicts. Chris keeps trying to hashtag grow, but it's not having the right effect. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. This is funny. Blessing through connection. I would love to go on a Ohio River cruise. Girl, well, I live on the Ohio River, and I can say that I've done a cruise, and it's the only time I've ever been seasick. Only time. Little bitty boats. Mm-mm. I just can't do it. Travel, travels. You see you in the morning, Vicky, and those in the chat who will join. Good night to all. Bye, Travel Cake. You're the one who made me stay. She's leaving. She's out of here, but she made me stay. Okay, sweetie, this is a sign that it's time for us to cut it, okay? Yes, because tomorrow morning I got to get up. She said night. My times are central. Okay, so that's 8 p.m. central. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. Okay, you may be right. I don't think anybody's on at 9 p.m. Eastern on a Monday. Hello, host, and everyone in the chat. Up next with Lamar. Hi, how are you doing? Type hashtag grow. That will show your link in my chat here. It's Nightbot showing your link. Hashtag grow is the command. So, hi, how you doing? Welcome to Foodie Time After Dark. So, I'm testing my StreamYard, but we're here talking, chatting. Sue! We're talking and chatting about stuff. I don't know what about, but stuff, like I said, Scott, he's going to have some good vlogs if he is sober. I don't know. Scott, I love Scott because when he does a vlog, he does the food. And I'm all about the food. So, but he's so funny when he does it. He's like, "Oh man, this brisket is so good." Oh my. You can tell that it's not faking. It's a genuine lust for that brisket. Okay? I love it. I watched his magic went over and over again. I was just cracking up. I love me some Scott. Scott, the hardest working man in. Oh, this is May. May. Okay. This is our main channel. Okay. It's Mary, right? Or May? Hashtag grow. Okay. Allison, welcome in. Hi, Allison. We're just testing my StreamYard. Well, we were about 40 minutes ago. Now we're just running our mouths. Yeah, he was so excited about that daiquiri. I was just laughing. I was like, man, he is having the time of his life. We are going to hear about that World America cruise. I think he's going to become an MSC person now, okay? Is that the first big ship besides Celebration and Mardi Gras that he has been on, Liz? I'm kind of curious because I really don't know. I need to check his channel, but it seems like, yeah, he was super, super, super excited. We are about 1 hour away from Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I'm in Louisville on the river, and we take the Belle of Louisville cruise and the Star of Louisville cruise. We used to do that for Valentine's Day and stuff like that. Okay, it's way past our bedtime. Mine too. I gotta go to bed, y'all. It's not past my bedtime, but I think in about 30 minutes I'm going to be out like a light. Love you all, fam. See you in the YouTube streets. Bye, Liz. So anyway, if you're in here and you have not hit hashtag grow, please go on and do that now so that you can connect with some of the other people in here. I've been great. How have you been? Lamar is talking to one of the people in the chat. Linda says, I don't know if you use VA for doctors. I do sometimes, but got to love how they think we're still on military time for our appointments. Butt cracker done. Well, this particular time I'm going to my PCP, and the only reason I'm going at 7:30 is because they had the nerve to say to me, "You got to do a glucose tolerance test, but you're going to have to wait to eat until noon." And I was like, "That's all y'all have open? Seriously?" And she goes, "Well, we do have one at 7:30." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take that one." Knowing in my wrong mind that I am not going to be able to get up tomorrow. Yeah. Knowing in my wrong mind. How is your night going? It's ending. This is me about to go get into bed. But thank you for asking, Alice. Oh, this is me. But tomorrow morning I will be here at 10 a.m. ready to welcome everybody into Monday morning. Bright and bushy-tailed, okay? Bright and bushy-tailed tomorrow morning at 10. So you guys come on in. It's going to be a lot of people. They're all coming to see if Vicki finally put her Ethernet cord in. I did. It didn't work. We're doing something different. I'm on my dad's computer now, so Linda Tolman creates You're Not Wrong. They are crazy at the VA. They are so crazy, okay? Yeah, when they schedule a surgery, you will be up at the butt crack of dawn. Yeah. With a bunch of other people who are there too. Yeah, so and they don't play. So you guys, I'm going to bed. I'll see y'all in the morning. It was fun testing out the StreamYard, and I love talking to y'all. But it was great to see you. Great to see you too, Dave. You know, last night was kind of sideways, you know. Yeah, they are DA, not like we live close to them either. I know, not like we live close to the VA ever. So anyway, y'all, good night. See you tomorrow. And I got part of my background in here. Can you believe it? And I'm still visible. That'll tell you how bad that computer was. Anyway, I'm out here, y'all. Good night. Deuces.